Okay, guys, welcome. This is the Monday night product overview, and my name is Kim Wojnowich. And if you guys are on this call, then someone you know cares about you and wants to introduce you to isogenics and nutritional cleansing. And that is what we are going to talk about tonight. What is this nutritional cleansing that everyone is talking about? And how does this isogenics work that your friends are telling you about? So if you are on this call and you are really just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, or you're tired of trying every diet out there, or you just want to have more energy, if you have any kind of autoimmune disease that's caused by inflammation, you are in the right place, and we are here to tell you how we can help you. Let me first start by saying that isogenics is no cure to any of the above things that I just said. It is just food, and it's a superfood and a cleansing system that is just going to make your body work the way it was meant to work, and that is what I'll explain. So I am, by the way, Kim Wojnowich. I would love to share with you my family story and how I got into nutritional cleansing, and I'm also excited to tell you that I have a great guest on the phone who is going to speak at the end, my dear friend Jill Yass, who has an amazing story of weight loss and health for herself and also a great story for her family. So I can't wait to hear from Jill at the end of our call. Let me first give you a little bit of information on isogenics. Maybe you just heard about this recently, but we want you to know that isogenics is not brand new. It didn't just crop up yesterday, and you're the test people that we're going to hopefully see if this works or not. Isogenics is a 14-year-old product and company and has been validated for 14 years and is full of amazing, amazing success stories. And we could go on and on. Tonight we only have time to share 2 stories with you, but we can share many, many more. I like to talk about what's going on with the state of health in our country because it speaks to how we all need isogenics and what is going on. We live in the greatest country in the world, and the health of our country is not in such a good place. Cancer is on the rise. 1 in 2.2 people will develop cancer. Breast cancer is on the rise. 1.3 million women have breast cancer. Arthritis and joint diseases, diabetes, all on the rise. Autoimmune diseases, skyrocketing. Crohn's disease happens to be one of those autoimmune diseases, and I'm going to stop for a minute and tell you my story because that's how I got involved with isogenics. I happen to have a background in health and wellness. I have a master's degree in health education, and I've been in the health and wellness field for over 20 years. And about 2 years ago, when my daughter was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and we were seeing all kinds of specialists, the only information we could get from these specialists was about different prescriptions. We started her on a very basic prescription, but all of the information was, if this doesn't work, we'll move on to other hardcore prescriptions, things that I was really not interested in my daughter using. Now, she has to, but what I wanted to do was everything in my power first. And I knew with my background that nutrition had to play a part in this. So I started researching what an anti-inflammatory diet is and how that would affect her. Only the things that I came up with is, number one, it would be very, very difficult for any of us, more or less a child, to get in the amount of greens and superfoods that we're talking about in a regular diet. And also the fact is the food that we eat today is not super loaded with nutrients. So it would be very hard for her to get the amount of nutrients that we're talking about anyway. So I discovered isogenics. I looked and I researched, and I actually gave the doctors at her specialty office the labels for isogenics, so they could look at it and show me, I'm trying to find something all natural. Does this really have all the superfood ingredients that I think it does? Is it really chemical and artificial ingredient free? And all of their answers were yes, you should try this. They, of course, couldn't tell me what it would do for Crohn's disease, but certainly try it. And again, careful to say, isogenics didn't cure my daughter. But what it did was get all of those nutrients in her body, and by doing that and creating an alkaline state in her body, and even having her drink our Cleanse for Life drink, and removing toxins from her body, it controlled the inflammation. And a year and a half later, she is actually in complete and full remission. She has no symptoms. She feels amazing, and we're so thrilled. But my husband and I also started nutritional cleansing with Isogenics at the same time, because we weren't going to just give this superfood to our daughter and tell her that, she would do it on her own. We would all do it. I am in the best state of health of my life. I'm more fit than I ever have been. I feel amazing. I have more energy than I've ever had. My husband was actually put on high cholesterol medication and decided that he wouldn't take it and he would try this. His doctor said, hey, go try it for 6 months and just come back and tell me, let's do your blood work, and then we'll determine what to do from there. 6 months later, his cholesterol went from 237 to 176. We will all continue to use this superfood. It's easy. We love it. Why wouldn't we continue? And it just has honestly changed the health of my entire family and gives me a peace of mind with a daughter with a very serious illness that we can all just relax and move on. Has been an amazing year. So all that said, what is going on with the state of health in our country, and why is all of this happening? And it is because we live in different times. Our grandparents and great-grandparents did not live in this toxic environment. If you go outside and you breathe, you are breathing in toxins. There's herbicides and pesticides in our air, in our food, in our water. And our bodies were actually created to naturally detox these toxins, but unfortunately not at the level that they're coming into our bodies. Our bodies cannot do this on their own anymore, and they need help. And that's why you're hearing about Isogenics, and why years and years ago we didn't need this. Today we need this. Even when we wear makeup, we're putting chemicals on our face, in our skin. I don't know if you realize this, and hopefully many of you out there eat organic food, but the truth is, even when you're eating organic food, you're still getting a legal limit of toxins on that food. It is much, much less than conventional food, but there is a legal limit that's allowed, or the organic farmer would not be able to stay in business. So we have to have something to get these toxins out of our bodies. And by not doing that, by eating foods that are nutritionally bankrupt, by having all these toxins in our bodies, that is the problem with our health. And that is why so many people are tired and have all these diseases and so many issues, and why Isogenics is such a solution. It's not just a protein shake. Isogenics is truly a solution to a massive health problem of nutritional deficiency and toxicity. So how does it work? What is this Isogenics that can do all of this? It's simple. It's just a shake and a cleanse system. By drinking 2 shakes a day that are super loaded with nutrients, that are 100% natural, that are full of the highest grade of whey protein that you can get. People ask us all the time, okay, there's all kinds of shake programs out there. What makes Isogenics different? Why should I use Isogenics? So many answers. There are very few programs out there that can truly claim that they don't have artificial ingredients. I don't know of other programs that source their protein from New Zealand. Why does Isogenics source their protein from New Zealand? Because the hormones and the antibiotics that go into our livestock are actually banned in New Zealand. They're not allowed. And the grass that they're eating is not even treated. So you're taking in the cleanest source of protein. And when that happens, Isogenics is also able to process this protein differently. And you can search yourself the difference in denatured and undenatured whey. Undenatured whey means that it's been cold processed. It means that all the ingredients and all the amino acids that make protein do its job are still there. And when a protein is heat processed or denatured, that is not the case. What else makes our shakes amazing is that they're super loaded with trace minerals that we just don't find in our foods anymore. So another reason when people say to me, oh, we just need to eat healthy, well, when the nutrients aren't in the food that we're eating, you just can't eat this healthy. My family and I ate very, very healthy. My children already ate healthier than most. Here you have all of us who did what we thought we needed to do and still had these amazing health results that were completely different, all three of us. So 2 shakes a day. I drink a shake for breakfast every day. I love it. You can drink a second shake for lunch. You can drink it mid-afternoon. It is a meal replacement. It can be your dinner. The beauty of isogenics is there's not one set way. People always ask us, okay, well, then what does that mean? What exactly do I eat? Isogenics is a very flexible program, and you're going to have a coach with this program who's going to help you know the best way to do this program for you. There is not one set way, and there is no failure. You don't say, oh, I didn't do it right this day, and feel as though you failed. It's about abundance. It's about how do you fit 2 shakes a day so that you get this abundance of nutrition in your day. It is not about a diet and what you deprive yourself of. And Jill's going to talk a little bit more about that. So I'm going to move on from our shakes and talk about our cleanse for life. What is a cleanse? When you cleanse your body, what you do is you take, in our system, 2 days that you don't digest your normal food. By not digesting food, eating the regular food that you eat, you're literally giving your digestive system a rest, a break. And when you do that, your body can naturally detox all of these chemicals and toxins that are in your body. But what makes this different from some of the other cleanses you may have heard about is that in addition to your body going into this natural state of detoxing those toxins, the cleanse drink is super loaded with nutrients. So all you're doing all day is 4 times a day you're drinking the cleanse drink and using the products that go along with the cleanse drink to help you be successful in that day and loading your body with nutrients. And roots and herbs that are in our cleanse drink that are actually natural roots and herbs that further along this process of detox. So everything is created for your success and to superload nutrients in your body that otherwise just is very, very difficult to happen. When you put that together, you get out the junk. It's kind of like you have to clean out the lint screen in your dryer because all of that junk accumulates. Well, that junk is accumulating in your body. So rid your body of all that junk. Load your body with all the nutrients. You will be amazed at how your body then works the way it was meant to work, and that's why it's helping so many different kinds of people, like I mentioned in the beginning, whether it's weight loss or energy or even these inflammatory diseases that are wreaking havoc on people's bodies. This is a natural way to help control all of that. I'm going to talk about one other of our favorite ingredients. This is called Ionic Supreme. Ionic Supreme is an herbal adaptogen. And what adaptogens do is they literally adapt to what your body needs. They increase energy. They're amazing for relieving stress, whether that's physical stress on your body, which is why athletes love Ionics because they put a lot of physical stress on their body, or mental stress that most of us have. I don't know that many people that don't have some form of stress in their life. Even if it's good stress and being busy and trying to get everything accomplished in our lives with our families, because of stress, Ionics is amazing. And all you do is put that Ionics right into your shake, or you can mix it with warm water and start your day with it like a hot tea. All of this is put together so easily. We're not adding 12 steps into your day. It's a very, very simple program of just put that Ionics right in your shake, drink your shake, and move on. Another of our core products is called our Isogenesis. This is actually a Nobel Prize-winning anti-aging supplement. Our body is made of chromosomes. The end of our chromosomes have these little end caps, kind of like the pencil eraser in the end of your pencil. You may not know this, but as you age, those end caps called telomeres actually shorten. And that's what causes gray hair, wrinkled skin, pain in our joints, all the normal aging problems that we have. Isagenesis is actually developed to keep those telomeres lengthened. So all of us that drink our shakes and do our cleanses and take our isagenesis on a daily basis, we're all planning on being here a very long time, but having active lives and feeling our best. And that's very exciting, and that's why you see so many of us so passionate about this program. I do want to talk about one more kind of not forgotten, but not talked about as often product, and that's our skincare. We have an entire line called Rejuvenity of skincare, and it's why we love it, because it's toxin and artificial free. And I did this program for months and months before I ever even considered it. And finally I thought, my goodness, I'm eating well, I'm cleansing to get rid of these toxins, and I'm putting them right back on my skin with all of my skincare. And I made the switch, and honestly, I get compliments all the time about my skincare, about my skin, and how it's changed. So I love all of the Rejuvenity products. But I'm going to stop for a minute and introduce Jill. I skipped a tad bit about the effects of cleansing because I'm going to let Jill tell her story, and then we'll back up and talk a little bit more about what cleansing has to do with weight loss. So Jill, why don't you go ahead and start, and then tell us your awesome story. Welcome, Jill.
Thank you, Kim. Hi, everyone. So I think that I have somewhat of a relatable story, which was being overweight for a big part of my life, always an exerciser. So that was always a mainstay in my life, but I tried every diet known to man. I was a huge Weight Watchers girl, went in and out of that product and that program quite a few times. I did Atkins, Jenny Craig. I tried the craziest diets. And what I found was because I would deprive my body of calories, I would definitely lose weight, some more than others. But as soon as I wasn't able to maintain the program, I would just gain that weight back and usually more. So it was just extremely frustrating for me, always being on that journey of how am I going to lose weight, because I know that I'm fit inside, I just have all this extra fat on my body. So my good friend Elaine was doing the program for different reasons, not weight loss, but different health-related reasons, and she was having so much success, and she would tell me often about the side effect of weight loss by doing the program. So I was pretty much at my wit's end, and I said, okay, I'm in. Sign me up, enroll me, do whatever you have to do. And she did, and the product came, and she was a great coach, coached me through getting comfortable with the program, of what I needed to do. And what I did find is that it was so easy. I kept saying, so is that it? Is that it? I just replaced 2 meals, and then what else? And really, it was that simple. I was replacing 2 meals. I was eating healthy snacks, which I've always done my whole life. So that wasn't anything new for me. And I was making a healthy dinner that I would enjoy with my kids and my husband, and drinking lots of water, which I always did. And what I did notice pretty soon into the program was that, yes, I was losing pounds on the scale, because that's how we're so worried about, how much do I weigh? How many pounds am I going to lose? But what I really noticed, the hugest difference, was the inches that were coming off my body, because I was measuring. When you get the box of products, you also get a measuring tape, and we did the measurements of my body before I started, and then as we were going through certain milestones, we also measured again, and I was just amazed that the inches were just coming off the body, on my neck, my arms, everywhere, all over, places that you would never think of. So it was just wonderful to be able to monitor and measure that aspect of it, because that really told me this is different. This is definitely different. And what I did was shakes, and then I would do the cleanse. And it was just it was that program, do 2 weeks of shakes and then do a 2-day deep cleanse, which was so easy to follow. And that is basically what has kept the weight off. I have been extremely successful. Over 30 pounds have come off my body, and well over 36 or 37 inches in total off my body at this point. And I feel great. I have a lot more energy, and one of the great things in my family is that my skeptic husband, Larry, decided to give it a try when he saw the success that I was having. It wasn't easy to convince him to get off the shakes that he was doing, his protein shakes that he was buying at a variety of stores. But he did. His story is a little bit different than mine, in that he has a fast metabolism and he's always hungry. So he just found that he was constantly thinking of snacks. When am I going to eat? When am I going to eat my next snack? How am I going to get through lunch? Oh my God, he's sitting at his desk rifling through, what do I have to eat now? I'm starving. So when he decided to do the shake for the first time, he called me. He left for work about 8 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't call me till 11:30 that morning and said, okay, what's up? Not even hungry, and it's 11:30. So he was just convinced with one shake that something was extremely different with this product line. So to me, that was awesome, and he decided to slowly go into the whole product line himself, and he's had tremendous success. He's lost 15 pounds, put on lean muscle mass, and he feels great. So that is both of our stories. And as well, I do have one additional story. My teenage son, who's 15 years old, has inherited Larry's metabolism, and he would leave for school super early in the morning with his usual cereal and milk breakfast. And he would always say, oh, my God, I'm so hungry. I can't even make it to lunch. So my husband convinced him. He made a shake for him one morning early and said, just try this and let me know, what happens later today. And he did. And he said he was amazed at how satisfied he was. He was able to concentrate more in school because he wasn't hungry. So the shake has different benefits for everybody in my family, which is fantastic, and that makes us all very happy to be doing the program together.
That is awesome. I love your story, Jill, and I know it is so amazing to have your family joining you now. It is very, very common to skeptic husbands, very common for so many. So we encourage you, if you get started, try to get your husbands on board, because they'll eventually come around and they'll love it too. And this has been really nice for so many of us to do this with our families, and teach our kids this all as a family unit. So thank you for sharing that. We love your story, and your picture is amazing. I want to add to that, because I didn't say too much about cleansing. I wanted Jill to tell her story. But one of the reasons that cleansing has had such an amazing and fantastic effect on Jill and so many others is because, for one thing, when you're dieting, what you're doing is you're just cutting calories. You're not changing anything on the inside. You're just depriving your body and cutting calories. With isogenics, you're super loading your body with nutrients. But when you cleanse and you release those toxins, your body also releases fat. Your liver, you may not know this, but literally stores fat and even creates fat as a response mechanism, as a defense mechanism to all these foreign toxins. So it's why we have so many people join our teams and say, oh my gosh, but I exercise all the time and I eat healthy. Why is this not working? And it's because when your body is so toxic, it cannot do what it needs to do. And so when you release those toxins, you will find that your body can then release the fat, and you'll have these amazing results and lose inches like Joe has. It's so common. And so many people say to us, maybe they're not happy with the scale. They didn't lose as much weight as they wanted to. And we say, take your measurements. You're going to be so surprised. And that's what happens. And people are so thrilled. So I think somehow we ended up a little bit early tonight. I really encourage you to go back to the person who invited you to this call and ask them all your questions. and just try this. You know, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose except weight if that's what you're trying to lose, and gain everything with your health. So just try it. I do also want to tell you that there is an amazing income opportunity with Isagenix, and if anyone on this call is interested in hearing more about that, tune in with the same number that you just used tonight, the same time, 9 o'clock for tomorrow night, and learn more about that end. That, of course, is not something that anyone would ever pressure you to be a part of, but is an amazing opportunity. And it is because so many people need this product, because it is changing so many lives. It has developed into this amazing opportunity. And I will say that even if you're not interested in extra income, we all have enough friends to share Isagenix with, to help our friends or our family, so that we can get Isagenix free. Isagenix makes it very simple to share this with 2 friends and get an amazing, really referral bonus back. And you could do this every month and just eat for free. So I encourage you to also investigate that as well. And it is another perk, because you can go to the grocery store and get healthy food and get it for free. That is not really an option, but with Isagenix it is. And then at the same time, you're helping a friend or a family member, and that honestly is priceless. So I hope this has helped you and given you all some great information. We look forward to hearing your stories and hearing that you are going to try Isagenix. Thank you so much for giving us your time on this Monday night, and you all have a great night. Good night.